Alright, we're going to do a quick video on an animal cell. So remember, animal cell, it's going to be more round. Oh, pretend that bump's not there. Alright, and so this gray line out here, this is the cell membrane. In animal cells, they don't have a cell wall. So if you remember back here, the plant cell, it does have a cell wall around that cell membrane. Animal cells, they do not have a cell wall. They only have a cell membrane on the outside. Alright, in addition, so there is a nucleus, just like in the plant cell. On the inside of the nucleus is the nucleolus. Alright, remember the nucleolus is going to produce ribosomes. Ribosomes are our little dots, and these ribosomes, they make proteins. Alright, very similar or the same as in the plant cell, we have our ER, and this ER is the rough ER, right? It's rough, it's bumpy right here. So this rough ER is going to transport the proteins. The ribosomes, these dots right here, make the proteins. The rough ER transports those proteins. Next to the rough ER, we have the smooth ER. And you can see it's smooth, there's no bumps. Smooth ER. Also very similar to, or the same as in the animal cell, or as in the plant cell. Animal cells have mitochondria, just that little squiggle. Mitochondria, and these make ATP, or energy for the cell, right? In the plant cell, we had something called chloroplast right here, but animal cells do not have chloroplast. This is how plants make their food, but animal cells, we don't make our own food, we eat our food, so we do not have those chloroplasts. Animal cells are going to have the Golgi body, which is just like that stack of flattened pancakes. If you'll remember, this is going to sort, package, and transport things around the cell or out of the cell, and it'll just go out that cell membrane. So this is the Golgi body, also known as the Golgi apparatus, and it's just little vesicles that are going to get sent out. Now, key differences. So in a plant cell, we saw this one large vacuole here that's going to store water, can store enzymes or food, but in animal cells, we're going to have several small vacuoles. So all of these blue little circles, these are just vacuoles, and they're just going to store water. Also within the animal cell, that was not in the plant cell, are lysosomes. So these are just the little circles. There's going to be several of these as well. And these lysosomes, I want you to think of Lysol, like the cleaning spray. They're going to clean up the cell. They're going to digest little pieces. They're like the garbage collector. So think of Lysol. It's going to like clean up the cell. They contain digestive enzymes to break down waste material. And then, what else am I forgetting? Oh yes, centrioles. So the centrioles are like two squares, and we'll just put them over here. When the cell's ready to divide, once it gets too big, you'll have like one of the centrioles over here and the other one on the opposite end. And what it's going to do is when this cell's ready to divide, it's going to start to pinch in and then separate. But we haven't gotten that far. That's going to be something called mitosis. We'll get to that later. Just know that these centrioles, these little squares, I'm going to draw them both on the same side for now. They are going to help when that cell is ready to pinch in and divide. So it's going to pinch like this, pinch in, and then divide. Alright, and so once again, those are centrioles. That pretty much covers everything. The last thing I did forget to mention in the plant cell video is all of this white space. So this white space is not air. This is going to be where all of the chemical reactions take place in the cell. I believe I'm out of colors, so I'm going to have to use a random one. I'll just use brown. So all my little brown dots, remember those are ribosomes, but all of this white space in the cell, this is called cytoplasm. Okay, this is called the cytoplasm, and that is where all the chemical reactions are going to take place in the cell. It's the jello-like fluid that just fills up all of this extra white space. All right, and then let's go back to our plant cell. Once again, our plant cell, also all of this white space in here, all of that white space is also the cytoplasm. Okay, and it's just going to fill up all of this space, and once again where the chemical reactions take place. So this is an animal cell. If you will notice, it does not have a cell wall on the outside. Does not have a cell wall on the outside. This is a cell membrane. And it also does not have chloroplasts. So those little green ovals that helps plants make their food, it does not have these chloroplasts.